We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
You look at this Browns defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They spent the week at practice in. We know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a 12 yards, but they needed more. Fourth down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Looking to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Corum. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
19, Tiger, 19, Pioneer.
Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. He will have the conversion and more than that. And down to the 7-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for Brown's touchdown. A great effort there. His
jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need ya.
along the shores of Lake Erie. The Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 2. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started, and that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And the Browns are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Quirrell. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
At the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Brown. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. And he'll stop him in his tracks. Right at the 15-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he will dive into the end zone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He'll grab it at the 12. Whoa. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
There's a handoff to Cora. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one is good. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run to the right. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the rookie. First-round pick. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Looking to create a little spark here on third down. They go to the jet sweep. It can tend to be a little bit of an all-or-nothing type play, and when the defense sniffs it out, you make yourself susceptible to a loss, just like we saw here.
They will indeed go, and that's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Brett Delpit. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Following that pick six, they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. They'll look to throw yet again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
Back to the air one more time. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run the toss to Cora. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1 yard
Ball
gain.
on the 28-yard line.
Second and
Here's
9.
2nd down and 9. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. It's 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
That one pulled in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. Fielded at the 9. And he'll get a few yards on this return. A pass for 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
At the 13-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Cora. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a designed run. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
This is the job of any linebacker, Mike, having the ability to go downhill fast, hit an open gap, and make a play in the backfield. But I think we could actually consider this going above and beyond because he was able to make that stop so far behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Sampson is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
This is taken in at the goal line. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And mark them down up beyond the 30. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And an Eagle first down.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
This throw right is taken in by 5. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. From the 39, here's a first and 10. look to throw again. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, a huge mistake right in the half. It is intercepted.
As hard as it is to have this conversation, at some point, someone on this sideline needs to say, is it better off for this young rookie to just remove him from the game, take a deep breath, and reset for next week? Because at this point, 5 interceptions in, you start being concerned that you're doing more harm than you are good. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here's their punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. They'll move to throw here on first down. A very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. His third touchdown on the year. Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles back within 10. It's now 24-14. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
They run with Bull. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
28-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Back to throw. that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He's fought through that first contact. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will pass the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
1st down, Eagles.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
And an Eagles 1st down.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
At the 48-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timer. Here's 3rd and 7. And he's just throwing dumps up there. Another ball intercepted.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Quick throw right side. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
This one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Yeah, that was big time ball.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
At the 17-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And after after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now on 3rd and 2, and more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six. So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
By the time the defensive backs had come downfield to get involved, we knew there was just no way he was going to get himself out of this. It just shows, Mike, how long he was flailing around back there, that by the time he actually went down, everyone was behind the line of scrimmage chasing him.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. 3rd and a long way to go. He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, welcome down to the 23-yard line. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
At the 24-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. Saquon Barkley. And he will dive into the end zone. got it. And the Eagles are back within 6. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a mark. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll run straight ahead with Cora, and he'll get about 5. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun, and that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
This one has plenty of legs. Good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by Mitchell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal.
1st and goal, Philadelphia.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
He plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. pulled in by Mitchell.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. He's got room past the 35. He's on his way. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 82 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
He'll swing that outside, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the drive for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
19 tight.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Washington is right.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now a run with Cora. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And He's going to go backward, taken down at the 6. And you'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now, this looks like a design run. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Cleveland. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cra-Z. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground with Cra-Z. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Cra-Z.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll try it now with Cra-Z. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff it on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defense.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can...
Saquon Barkley! And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. But do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Eagles 30. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will.